How we doing, Goose folks? Alright. I got a little bit of time today. Figured I'd actually try to get out here and get you guys some footage. Probably only about one video's worth. We've only got about an hour to be out here. But I've been getting asked, as people watch this last series, the 30-pack build, if you haven't checked that out, go and take a peek at that. But people have been asking for more in-depth videos on the really basic stuff. Some of the stuff that we really take for granted because we do it all the damn time. I said I was done with this car, but since it's in here, and I've got the two cars that I just showed you guys, they're right behind it, they're kind of parked in the way right now. Since it's in here, might as well do a little bit more work to it. I do still want to leave the windshield in, just because it is going to snow here for a couple more months. But I'm thinking I'm going to just punch a small hole right in the bottom over there. I'm just going to break the windshield out anyway, eventually. I'm going to punch a small hole in it so that I can still run my battery cables through, for a couple reasons. I'd like to be able to drive this car to where it's going to park for the rest of the winter. But all these cars use a side mount battery. I don't really have any good side mount batteries. I pretty much use all top post. Everybody has their preference, and maybe someday we can go into why I prefer top post over side mount. I know some guys really prefer side mount for their setups inside the car. I prefer a top post. So as long as it's in here, figured I'd get you a little bit of an in-depth look on how I run my battery cables. I'm actually going to use Adam's method and show you guys that, which isn't the way that I usually do it, but I think as far as ease of use for somebody that's brand new, somebody looking to run this gut and go style class, that might be the way to go about it. But first, I gotta do some cleaning up. So we're gonna put you on hyperspeed here real quick, and then we'll get back and get a little bit more up close and personal with how we move our battery cables. All right, let's go. Alright, hopefully you can see that fairly well. I cleaned up a little bit. Still got a lot of work to do. I find it kind of funny, the whole idea of cleaning everything up and organizing in the shop was so that we could have one car in here and have plenty of room all the way around it. We try to build a car in an hour on the YouTube channel, and oh, well, that other stall's kind of taken up. Sorry, I left my tripod out here. It's 3 degrees here today, and it doesn't seem to like being cold, but that's alright, we'll get there, right? Okay, so I'm going to try to make it so that you guys can see what I'm doing here, and so that I can see that you can see what I'm doing, if that makes sense. So, anytime you can move these wires into a safer place, obviously that's better. If you guys have watched any of us on YouTube, we're always going to preach that. If you're running a stock type of class, it wouldn't be if you're running any class, but if you're going to keep all the electronics in the vehicle, you want to try to move everything the best you can. So we will be going through here and moving this stuff a lot more, but you know, we've been talking about just doing the basics on this particular build. So you do still have to move your battery. So I'm going to grab a couple things here. Adam's way of doing this is taking this bolt, I think you can probably see that, popping it out. I'm going to cut this rubber off of here, and then I'll show you my battery cable. We'll get it all bolted together, and we'll move it inside the car. Alright, let me just grab something here quick. My tools, for the most part, are starting to get organized, but they could certainly still be a lot better, especially since we all got together and did this build series, because, well, you guys know how clean Adam is. The only reason that he's the one that always sweeps the shop is because he makes the biggest mess. Let's see. Here. In theory, this little bolt here should just pop out. So I usually just take vice grips and it won't because it's on camera. Loosen that up a little bit. It's cold out here. Usually it'll just pop right through there. Obviously you can't be pushing on it on the other side while you're trying to pop it out of there. Alright, I'm going to start with that and get that rubber off of there. Side cutters, whatever. I wish this was a little bit longer, but there's still a couple clips holding it on down there. I apologize, this probably looks a lot more clunky than it should, but I can't have the heater on while I'm filming because you guys won't be able to hear a thing I'm saying. That probably be real fun, right? So I'm just going to cut this rubber guy off of here. How are your guys' off-season builds going? Is anybody out there actually building cars? There we go. Didn't even need to pop it. That's that. That's just the screw that holds it in. I usually save these. Never know when you might need one. And Adam prefers to run side mount, so something for him to use. Clean this up just a little bit better. Should get it out of the way. If you're doing something like this, you want as much surface area as possible for the cable to make contact with. Anyway, I was asking, how's your guys' off-season builds going? If you're not part of the One Goose Garage Facebook page, pop on there. Post some pictures if you've got some off-season builds going. I know a lot of people, maybe you only build in the summer because you build outside, you don't have a garage that you work out of, or whatever the case may be, or you just got winter stuff that you like to do. I know we got a lot of snowmobilers out there, or obviously hunting season's taking up a lot of people's time. Ice fishermen, that kind of stuff. If you're not building this time of year, what are you doing? Throw that down in the comments. Just hibernating? I mean, I'm a fat guy, I prefer to just hibernate, but I want to get these cars built. So let me get you a little bit closer look at what the result is here. There you go. That's it. I mean, I know we're not talking real complex stuff here, guys. You can take that part off if you want, but it's fine. So now we've got all of that surface area available to hook our battery cable to. So let's grab a battery cable. Of course, all the stuff that I just hung up and started getting kind of cleaned up and all that good stuff. Yeah, these just, whoops, I gotta turn my screen back around so I can see it. There you go. This is a full set, positive and negative. So I'm just gonna clip the cable tie out of here. Ignore this. This is just like a safety guy. So I'm going to take that off for now, if I can. Oh. Another cable tie, zip strip, whatever you want to call them. Get that guy out of there. So we can separate these two. Obviously these have been used before. You can see that. That'll have to come off. Oh, there we go. That part. That's the old cable that used to be hooked to, and actually I can feel this was actually rigged exactly the same way that we're talking about. Well, let's just get this stuff out of the way. Pull the bolt out of that. But basically, now this has an end on it. Can you see that? Yep, there we go. I don't remember if we put this end on here or if I bought it this way. I buy most of my battery cables online. eBay usually. I've found that they're cheaper on there than going most places. If you have a better place to buy them, feel free to pop that in the bottom too. Some will come with ends already on them. I don't remember if that was the case for this one. I could pull the tape off here and check, but it's probably one that we put on. I'm not really sure. But you got something like that. All you got to do, put it up to the thing that we just stripped. Now you bought it positive from the car. Can you see that? Put the two together. Want to bolt through there, then tape it up. Now I wasn't real prepared here. I don't have a bolt real close, and I'm assuming I'm probably going to have to search since I just put everything away. So let me go grab a bolt. We'll get this thing put together, and I'll show you the finished product. Alright. It's a good thing I turned the camera off for a minute. I had to fire the heater up. One more side tip. I don't know if it's just quality of electrical tape, but this stuff, I don't know where I bought it. Online, I'm sure. It does not like being cold. It doesn't stick real well. So I had to fire the heater up and put this in front of it so that it can be sticky again. So here's what we got. It's that simple. Battery cable with the end, bolt going through it, put a washer on there. Again, when you're dealing with trying to make your decent connection here, the more surface area you have, the better. So big washer on that side. I got a smaller one on this side. That probably should have been the other way around. Sandwich it a little better, but I think this will do just fine. I tightened her down. Now I'm just going to tape it up. Again, we're talking real basics here. If you don't know, you want this entire thing covered up. You don't want anything sticking out, because if it touches anything else metal, it's going to arc out, fry your computer, give you all kinds of problems. You don't want that. So I'm going to start taping. I'm just going to tape the hell out of this thing so not some touching. And make your layers kind of thick. You know, go over it a few times, because you never know when it could start rubbing against something out there in the ring as stuff starts coming in. You don't know what's going to touch this, so that vibration and things bouncing around in there, you might end up with something cutting into the tape that you put on it. And that's not really something you want. So make it a little bit thicker if you can. If you want to wrap something else around it, go for it. That was the reason for that radiator hose that's on there, is I just use that where my cable actually passes through anything so that it doesn't get cut due to the vibration. I'm sure I've probably lost a lot of you guys just because obviously you logged on here and said, well, I already know how to move my battery cables. And that's fine. I completely understand that. But it's the same thing as when we were talking about dropping the tank. It's amazing the amount of feedback that I got from people that said that they will come and run with us now, come derby some cars, have some fun, some dumb, stupid fun. Sorry, Matt, I don't know if you watch my videos. You're the busiest guy on the planet, so I doubt you do. But I'm stealing your phrase there. Dumb, stupid fun. That's all we're trying to do. In case you don't know, Matt is the owner of the Impact Survival Series. We go and film some of his races. You've seen him. Rock and Roll Jesus, got the really long hair. He runs the Impact Survival Series, and that's always been their tagline. Dumb, stupid fun, and I love it because people forget that part, and I see the ranting and raving on Facebook all the time, and it just irritates me. We're here to have fun. This is dumb, stupid fun. In case you guys don't know, most of you probably do, I'm in the car business. I work for a dealership, run their finance department. I deal with the general population on a daily basis. If any of you are in retail or know people, have to work with people, whatever, you know that 90% of them are decent, maybe 95%. A lot of fun to work with, no issues. But every once in a while, you get that person that you'd just rather not have to deal with. Dealing with the general public is a pain in the ass. So, I derby to keep myself sane. This is just dumb, stupid fun. Go out and wreck some damn cars, shake hands, buy the guy a beer. There's not a better feeling in the world than having somebody come up and shake your hand after a derby and say, God damn, that was a hard hit. Nice job. Let me buy you a beer. Perfect. That's the way it should be. That should be Demolition Derby. Not all the drama, whining, crying, crybaby shit on Facebook. Sorry for my rant. I just knew I was going to be taping for a long time, so I needed something to talk about. But, there you go. Finished product. Let's get you down in there. This video is probably getting long enough for you guys. There it is. There's a big old electrical taped chunk. Now, I put a hole right here in the windshield while we were off camera. I'm just going to take the other end. I'm going to slide it through there. Now that other end needs to have an actual battery terminal on it, which this one obviously does not. So I will have to find one. Do I have one in this spot? Nope. Obviously I still have a lot of cleaning up to do. Working on it though. Want to still be able to get you guys some videos in the process. There's one. So there's one of my terminal ends. That's all you need. Same thing. Strip some wires. Make your wires look like this here. This end, you just pull this bolt out, sandwich it onto here, and you connect that to your battery inside the car. You guys are probably saying, hey, there's a side mountain. Yeah, it's junk. I've got a lot of junk batteries here. But that's it. I'm hoping that's in-depth enough. You guys have been asking for more in-depth, so I'm hoping that is in-depth enough. If you have any more questions or need me to show you anything else, feel free to drop them down there in the comments. Sorry if this video got a little bit long. We are going to move more of these wires inside as we go, but for now, that's it. That's how to move a battery cable. Now obviously you still have to do the other one, so you do the exact same thing on your negative side. There's a negative one right there. You can run it up to here, or you can run it to anything grounded. You can take your little end, attach it to your battery, and you can just attach it right here to the strut tower if you want. That's what I've done on a lot of cars. I unbolt one of these, put a big old washer on it, grind down the paint so that it's nice bare metal, and run your negative to there. If that didn't make sense to you what I just said, that's fine. Just run it to your negative exact same way that I did on this one. Run those two inside the car, to your battery box, or to your seat if you're just going to cut a hole and put your battery in there. Make sure it's strapped in really good. I don't want to see it moving. And run them to your battery, just like you would run it to the battery under the hood. Positive, positive, negative, negative. I don't know how much more in depth to get. I hope that helps. Some of the new folks, I love the feedback that we've been getting on this class. Can't wait to see you all out there. Appreciate you following along as always. Get goose.